Hey everyone. Today I saw a picture of Royce Reed posted in my newsfeed on Facebook. Now, most of you know Royce Reed from Basketball Wives, but she is also the mother of Dwight Howard's son. The picture that they posted, I will post in this video so you guys can sort of use it as a reference point as I'm discussing the comments that were left about her hair. Yeah, here we go again. Another hair commentary. But I think it's one that needs to be discussed from another angle. As you can see, her makeup is nice, not too heavy, just, very nice. But as I looked at the pictures, I began to read the comments. And there were comments left in the thread like these. And what the fuck is Royce rockin'? A fro? ? LOL. Crazy Spice and Nappy Spice. So we know who Nappy is, right? Another comment was, Lord, that hair Royce. Chick known for being a mess. Royce hair is never done. And then another one said, ooh, Royce, natural is not the business, girl. Another one goes on to say, oh, Lord, is Royce back to having raggedy hair? You just can't bear watching a whole season of that, shaking my head. Would somebody please give her some weave? The last one says, Royce looks a hot mess as usual. ... That hair. Okay, so I'm sitting here and I'm reading the comments, and of course I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? They posted a picture to show you guys the friendship that she has with this woman, this other woman, and all they can think about, all they can talk about, all they can comment on is her hair. So then I began to wonder, where does this stem from? Where does this obsession with hair stem from? And why is it that we as Black women are so consumed with someone else's hair? And why do we hate it? Why do we hate to see women wearing their natural hair? The other question I had was, and how do we make it disappear? So let's tackle both questions individually. First, where does this stem from? Now, I have to go back into my own history. As a child growing up, I remember my grandmother and my aunt always talking about their grandmother, who happened to be half white and half Native American. And the one thing I remember them talking about is how long and straight her hair was. And my grandmother, she always wore a fro. So she was not one of these people who would straighten her hair or relax her hair. She was either in a fro or a wig. And the only time she really wore a wig was when she was in church. My aunt, on the other hand, always straightened her hair. And if her hair wasn't straightened, she had a wig on. So, thinking about the household in which I was raised and how I was raised, I can see where most other Black people, particularly women, were raised in those same types of households, where natural hair is kind of frowned upon, and you either have your hair straightened or you have it relaxed. I think collectively we must admit that most of our grandparents, great-grandparents, etc., grew up in an era where the nappier your hair was, the less accepted you were, and the less beautiful you were considered. We exist in a society where beauty means a lot. And so I think many black people, especially the women, try to distance themselves from the perception of being ugly by weaving, relaxing, or straightening our hair. Historically, we have been taught that if our hair is not straight or wavy, we aren't as beautiful. And that's really not the case. However, when you have that type of conditioning going on in your own household because they were conditioned by their own parents and grandparents and so forth and so on. So it trickles down, and you can't help but recognize that if this is going on in the household, then of course the children will pick up on it. Now, of course, this is only one layer that may or may not apply to an individual, but this is a multi-layered issue. So now that we've addressed where it comes from, we must address how do we make it disappear. And I believe how we make it disappear is more women and men begin to embrace our natural hair. And even if you choose not to, or you alternate like I do, you extend respect to those who choose to do so 24/7. We don't have to be divisive on trivial issues like this. And I must address this video to black women specifically because they were the only ones I saw ripping Royce a new a-hole for her choice of hairstyle. Meanwhile, we're making it possible for Orientals to send their children to private school while our children must attend public schools that aren't properly equipped to educate them. This video was not made to attack black women. It was made because I was appalled at the disrespectful comments being hurled at a black woman for choosing to wear her natural hair instead of somebody else's.